Oh, it's so gorgeous out there right now. Yeah, I can hear the neighbors outside, smell the barbecue. Hope you enjoyed the day. Joyce, Greg, just a gorgeous day today. Tomorrow, things will cool down just a little bit, but still nice considering we've been in the 80s. So let's get started right now. Shot Poulsbo looking off to the Olympics. Great visibility. We do have the high clouds, but we can still see all of the mountains. And as we look out over Paradise, Mount Rainier, we are going to get a couple of scattered showers there this evening and some more tomorrow. Hey, how about the highs today? Just look at this map. 80s everywhere. These are mid to upper 80s. Chehalis 88, 85 for SeaTac. Average for this time of year is 71. We hit 81 Mount Vernon, 66 Oak Harbor. Port Angeles, you got to 70 and 74 in Forks. Yeah, still nice out right now. We still have some 70s on the map. You could feel the cooler air moving in a little bit. Got a little muggy at times this afternoon. I'm sure you could feel that. Here's the satellite and radar. Notice just over Neah Bay, you've got some more moisture coming up from a new system, a weak system coming through. Nonetheless, it's going to give us some showers overnight and into early tomorrow morning and a couple of spotty showers during the afternoon. Not a whole lot of rain. Certainly not enough to dampen the grass and the flowers, but we do have a couple of scattered showers. Hey, time to pause a moment with Craig. Look at our little friends, Bailey and Max. So sweet. I love you two dogs. Hope you're doing well. 9 a.m. tomorrow, a couple of spotty showers, 63. By 3 o'clock in the afternoon, we will be in the mid-70s. Sunset, by the way, at 9:10. Here's Futurecast. So between 5 and 8, we should start to see some more rain spotty. Notice it's not a lot of green is what we're looking for the rain. The shades of darker green, that's a more moderate downpour. And notice it's not everywhere. Until the afternoon, about 5, you can see some over the Kitsap Peninsula, parts of Hood Canal. And then by the time we get to 9 o'clock, most of this should be winding down. We'll start with a cloudy day on Thursday, but during the afternoon, we'll see some more sunshine and temperatures will rebound closer to 80 degrees. Here's a look at the estimated rainfall totals through the end of the day tomorrow. Notice, not a lot, 1/10 of an inch of rain at best for places like Bellingham. How about tonight? We're only going to cool down to the 60s. I say cool down. Overnight lows, you expect them to be a little bit cooler. Of course, it's going to be pretty warm. Highs tomorrow back up into the 70s across the mountains, a few showers, temperatures in the 60s tomorrow. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. After we make it through tomorrow with a little more cloud cover, still a nice day, 74, not bad. We'll get closer to 80 to end the week. And then just in time for the weekend, we've been talking about a couple of scattered showers at times. It's not going to be a completely rainy weekend, but we will get some rain, some sun, and a couple of scattered showers. So back to that nice pattern that we usually get. Temperatures will be closer to 70 degrees. But overall, tomorrow's not bad considering we were in the 80s today. 74 tomorrow. It's going to be okay. Enjoy it.
70's more comfy, for sure. Craig, thanks.
Yeah.